What's up? What's up? I am excited. We've got another great interview today with Gary Martinez from the show Play to Win. Gary and I connected on the show, and just kind of by way of introduction, both of us being single fathers, Gary fighting for his kids, which of course to me is one of the most important things about being a father. And hopefully for all you guys that are listening today, that you will step to the plate in the lives of your own children, because you have two guys here today that have literally had to go through hell and back to be involved in our kids' lives. And if we can do it, you can do it. So, Gary, thanks for coming on today. How you been, brother?
Doing well, man. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm ready. I'm pumped up. So let's go.
Yeah, so I just share, you've got a little bit of martial arts training in your background, and you did a great video with your daughter, right? Was it your daughter or your son, where you did the rear naked show?
It was my son.
With your son.
Yeah.
Awesome job. I was excited to watch him choke you. That was amazing. I watch your lives. You do a lot of physical fitness. You do a lot of stuff where you're out hiking and you're in the outdoors, which for me is pretty awesome because that's kind of my vein as well. Well, maybe not the working out so much anymore, but at least the outdoor piece.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, like how you came to be where you're at, where you're doing fitness, you're doing outdoor stuff. Just kind of introduce yourself to the crowd.
Okay, so I got into fitness where we moved back from Australia back in the early 80s. I was a military brat. So we lived there for 2 years. I came back. This is kind of funny. So I'm a big time 80s junkie. So when I came back to the States, I saw the movie Rocky III, and I became a Stallone fan. That inspired me to get into exercise. So I remember it like it was yesterday. Back then, there was like 2 muscle magazines out there. There was like Flex, Muscle and Fitness, and then I bought my first sand weight exercise set, which was I think the brand was DP back then. And then eventually I upgraded to a Joe Weider bench. So that kind of started the fitness thing where I wanted to play catch up, because when I moved back to the States and I wanted to do sports in the later grades, I didn't have experience. So I had to find some way to build some confidence and kind of catch up with the crowd. So I got into exercise, which pretty much helped me out with that piece right there. So,
right. Cool.
And then later on, of course, down the road, I became a trainer.
Right. Yeah. So that's what you've been doing for quite some time. Tell me about your training gig. What's that mean? I mean, who you're certified through? How long have you been doing that? And really, what led you to become a certified personal trainer?
It was because I wanted to help people. When I started going to the YMCA a long time ago, I just saw a lot of people that needed help and they didn't know what to do. So I was like, I think I want to do that someday. So of course, years down the road, I did that, and I did my I forgot what you call it, but before you graduate, I did it at the YMCA, and then I actually got hired there because they liked my work. So I worked at a big box gym for a couple of years, and everyone, when we're in school, we're like, I want to work with athletes. I want to work with athletes, and that's kind of like the high. But when you come out of school and you get to a real gym, you kind of see that there's all kinds of populations. And something what hit me was like when I was doing my externship, if that's what it's called, they said, go get all your hours, take all the classes you want. So I took all the classes. I took boot camp. I took all the hardcore stuff. But what really hit home to me, what really felt good, and what really made me want to work with this population was I did the silver sneakers class. In the silver sneakers class, for those who don't know, that's working with older adults. That's older adults who are coming in fighting for their health every single day in their life. They're coming in with their oxygen tanks and things like that. And because it was modified, it showed me a different way to help people. So that kind of spun my wheels. And for a great period of time, I started to work with a lot of older adults who needed that support, who needed modifications, who needed like a customized workout. And then, of course, later on down the road with my daughter having special needs, I started working out with kids with autism and ADHD because also they need extra support in a different way, a different light to shine on them to help them out on their journey. So
now I did not know that your daughter had autism. I don't know how I missed that. And maybe it's because Kyle does 50,000 texts in our Facebook chat group. Just messing with you, Kyle. But it's so interesting because I've recently partnered with a group that works with special needs kids, autism, speech impairments, all those kind of things. And we recently just started a program for special needs kids, autism and whatnot, and doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And it's phenomenal, man. So I'll connect with you after this and talk to you a little bit more about that, because we're expanding throughout the country, and this might be something that's right up your alley. I have to poop you up a little bit.
Oh yeah, here goes
jiu-jitsu.
You know? Yeah, I'm ready.
Now
I'm game. I'm game.
You're a veteran as well, right?
I'm not. I was a military brat. I didn't serve.
Military.
My dad served, so I traveled.
Who? So it was Ryan, me. There was one other veteran on the show. Who was it?
I think it was both Ryans, right?
Was it both Ryans? I couldn't remember if it was you or. I'll have to go back and dig. I thought there were 3 veterans on the show. I know it's Ryan.
Right. I think it's both Ryans.
Maybe it is both Ryans. I'll have to double check. I couldn't remember if it was you or if somebody else. Cool. So
definitely the one that you.
What's that?
Never mind. Because I can't give that away. Never mind.
Yeah. Make sure you keep everything kind of, on the down low. So let me ask you this. You've been doing personal training. How's that been? I mean, because I know the personal training background, being from the majority of my career has actually been spent doing that on the fight side. How's that pay for you? I mean, in Clarksville, that's not a very good lucrative income. Maybe out in Colorado, it's different.
It's definitely a challenge, because even though Colorado is really active, when you branch out onto your own, like I did back in 2014, I took the leap to become an independent trainer. It was it's a challenge because you get your clients, and I was fortunate that I brought all my clients from the YMCA to me. And what I learned is that your clients don't really care about what gym you're at. They like you. So I was able to bring all my clients over except for one. And then in time, he came with me too. I think it's kind of hard because sometimes it's a revolving door where people kind of come and go. Sometimes something happens to their health in life or something else. So it's hard to keep that retention sometimes. So that's a major challenge. And plus, with what's going on with this situation, I had to switch over to being virtual. And some people kind of use that as a reason to I kind of just wait until later and kind of see when, doors or I feel safe. So I've had to do some virtual things, but I also actually created something you're going to talk about later. I think a digital product that helps with exercise as well for people that will bring in some more steady type of income helping people.
Yeah. Now, do you have a college degree did you happen to get a degree in therapy, or has it all just been in the independent certified trainer realm?
Right. So I actually I got certified with the NSCA, National Strength and Conditioning Association, which is regarded as one of out there that is very challenging. And the world headquarters actually is in Colorado Springs. So one time we got to take a tour there, and it was pretty exciting to see the big specialized type of equipment that they have. So along with that, I also did get a what's that other degree? Occupational of whatever as a fitness trainer. So I have those two, but I'm not certified with NSCA no more because I wanted to do different things. So I do have my occupational degree that's always forever, But along the way, I've taken a lot of workshops. So I've taken a lot of workshops for exercise, fitness, and also massage, because at one time I was also a massage therapist. But way back then, before trainer days, I didn't know how to run a business. So I couldn't keep up with that massage business part.
Sure.
Long time ago, but I miss it and I love it still.
Yeah. So why network marketing? Here you are, you've got your own clientele base, you've got digital product, you're fighting to be involved in your kids' lives. You have all this stuff that's going on, and then you pick up network marketing. Why?
I never wanted to. So like it seems like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a setup, but when you become a trainer and you're certified and you're out the door, all of a sudden you start getting all these network marketing companies with supplements coming at you. So they were coming at me for a long time, but they were not coming at me correctly. They were coming at me like too salesy, too pitchy. And it scared me away for like, I don't know if it was like 5, 6, or even 7 years until I finally listened to someone who came at me correctly. I mean, I remember people would tell me, I even lost friends over network marketing, where one person was like, if you don't join me, we're no longer friends. You can no longer give me a massage. So I was like, okay, bye, see ya, because I don't need that type of friend in my life anyway. So, and some people just like, yeah, they would. I remember one story. One person came up to me. We had a meeting. I knew it was coming. All I did was turn my head like I was going to grab a napkin or something, or try to see where something was in Starbucks. And then it was like, bam, here's a pink drink. Drink this drink. I didn't know what it was. I was being courteous, so I drank it. I scarfed it down, and the whole day I was sick. My whole left side of my body was sick. It numbed up, but I still showed up. I still trained all my clients. I still did the thing. So fast forward to about 5, 6 years later, I had a friend of mine in a health and wellness network, and she came at me, and she came at me correctly. She just said, hey, I'm in this new thing, and it's helpful. It's helping a lot of people with like mental wellness and stuff like that. And I was very anxious to find answers for my daughters. So I was like, okay, give me some more information. So that opened the door for me. And from then on, I joined network marketing. And because some of the products work for my daughter, I tried them out for myself, because if they don't work for me, I'm not going to let her try them. So we use some of the products from different companies that help our daily life situations. So I changed my mind. So
Yeah.
now I'm in. Yeah.
Now, how did you move from that to getting connected to Ray? Like, were you in rank makers? Like, how did that all happen?
Okay. So I have 2 really good friends that are rank makers, and they were telling me about Ray, and they're very successful, very hardworking people in their company. And so one day I was thinking about, I think I want to try this out. So what I did first was I bought Ray's health and wellness blueprint, and I was like, let me give it a shot. Let me check it out. And then I liked it. So I was like, all right. And from then on, I joined Rank Makers.
Okay. So how long have you been involved in Rank Makers now?
I think it's been a little bit over a year, about a year and a couple of months or so. Total game changer for me, personally and business wise. I mean, the culture inside there and everything is just really, it's been a plus for me.
Yeah. So what would you say is the number one lesson you've learned from being in Rank Makers, or from Ray and all of his training that he does? If you had to boil it down to one thing, what would it be?
Oh man, that's a little difficult. Oh, give me a second. It's just, I would say really quickly, is to be really postured with whatever training that you get from Ray that applies to you and what you use for your business. And just don't worry about what other people say. Believe in yourself, and show up every day, and have no regrets in what you do. Because if you work your tail off, I don't know if we're supposed to like throw a little curse words, but if you work your tail off every single day, when you go, you're going to feel achieved. You're going to feel successful when you go to bed if you work your tail off every day.
Yeah.
You're kind of frozen on my end.
I'm frozen?
Oh, no, we're frozen a little bit. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, you're doing fine on my end. Oh, no. Yeah, it is frozen a little bit. Okay,
Okay.
cool. So you were in Rainmakers for roughly a year. Why'd you apply for the show?
To do something uncomfortable and step outside of my box. You know, I've been my whole entire life, I've been a introvert. So I was like, challenge yourself, dude. I was like, do something different. If you want to do good in business like this, and also your fitness business or whatever else it is, you got to step up to the plate. So I remember, like it was yesterday, that when I go thinking back when I was in high school, I almost didn't graduate in time because I was so but shy, so but scared that I flunked a couple English classes that I had to repeat. And it's because I didn't want to stand up, I didn't want to show up, and I didn't want to talk in front of other people. So what greater stage to do it in than to apply for the Play to Win season 2 show. And I'll tell you, I did the video originally at a park, and my daughter was with me, and I was like, I don't even think that came out too good because it was windy and everything. Because Colorado, we got crazy weather. It changes every 5 minutes. So I said, okay, one more try. I'll go downstairs in the bathroom. I'll put my background in the back, and I'm gonna just do it and submit it. And then I got that email that said, it said that you're considered and then selected for the show. It's like, wow, all right, okay, game on. So I wanted to challenge myself and stop being so comfortable and change some of that stuff in my life.
Yeah, that's a good reason. So day one, we're all loaded up into a van like a bunch of, stuffed in there like sardines. I don't know, 30, 45 minutes to the house. We're all sitting in this room at this couch, and there's basically 2 half circles of all the contestants, 27 contestants on the show. What were you thinking? What was going through your mind? What'd you feel as you're looking around the room at everybody else in the room?
Yeah, I mean, just getting on the van, I was thinking, yeah, we're packed in like sardines, like a wrestling tournament, but only there's no spitball fights in there. but you're starting, you get your little nerves and stuff, like you're going to a tournament, but this is for a show. And I was kind of doing my little relaxation technique, like ba-bump, 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 ba-bump. Yep. But at the same time, I was excited. I got to see some people that I was talking to previously on Facebook, and now we're face to face in person. And now you get to create some friendships, even though you're competing with each other. But yeah, you get 1 block closer, 1 mile closer, and 1 block closer to the house. It starts to sink in. So I was excited, scared. Everything was going through me at once. And then, yeah, we're doing the walk. We're doing a walk to the couch, and we're doing a sit down. Like, yeah, it's about to happen right now. So everything was going through my head, and I kind of was like, oh, kind of a little frozen and kind of a little in awe. So, but it was a good thing. It was just your real emotions, your real feelings. So that's what's supposed to happen. So it's a one-time, lifetime deal. If you didn't do the audition tape, you wouldn't be there to experience it. So, it's already a little pat on the back for everybody.
Sure. So now don't give away any details, but out of everything that transpired on that show, what was your favorite moment? What was it that stood out to you as the highlight? And I mean, it really took the cake.
Well, there's a lot of things to choose from, but something that I liked something that you did on the show to another person. That kind of.
You're talking about the end there?
Yeah, because I was live to see it, and I think it opened up a lot of doors for people. I think it made us be more comfortable in our skin, regardless that it was a competition on the show. It just showed that we can have fun and be human at the same time. And
are you talking about the one at the beginning, or the joke I played at the beginning, or the event at the end?
The beginning.
The joke?
Not the joke. The thing you did with some of your training, we'll just say.
Oh, I don't remember.
A move you did. A move you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So, what was the most nerve-wracking thing for you on the show?
Of course, it was going into the room and being interviewed by notifications. Being inside the room, waiting your turn, because we went into different places, but going when it was your final time to go in the room and talk to Ray and Jess, it was the most nerve-wracking, but it was also the moments I've been waiting for, because I wanted to get some answers and about what they had to say and what I needed to hear. So
yeah,
that was my moment.
Yeah. So now we've had some time to kind of to process, to take a step back, to evaluate not only ourselves, but our performance on the show, and all the things that kind of were wrapped up into that flurry of activity over a couple of days' time. What do you think the greatest lesson you learned on the show was?
Greatest lesson I learned on the show was, for me, was that I needed to, I flew out there for a reason. I auditioned for a reason. It was to be there more for myself. It was to invest in myself.
Right.
It was to, turn off the switch of being a parent and just being there and investing in myself and just becoming more aware of who I am, so I can become a better person, not only there in person, but to come back home and bring that, not just momentum, because momentum wears off, but I wanted to keep showing up every single day, like I was like at a Spartan race where you're fighting to go through obstacles. But I wanted to use that same in your face coaching that we got on the show, and what we learned, and applied as soon as I came back. You come back kind of like an alien, like, whoa, this is like, I don't even feel right back in this life. But you don't forget what you learned, and if you apply it in repetitions every single day, and you're serious about it, and you're fighting for yourself to be successful, that's what I brought home the most, and that's what I'm doing right now. Is I've just been like on another level, and I've taken things more serious, where it's not a hobby what we do, it's a real profession, and you got to show up every single day, even on the days that suck ass or whatever. And you gotta do it, man.
Yeah. So what do you think? So that's the greatest lesson on the show. So now show's over, COVID happens, the world has flipped upside down. What do you think changed the most in your personal life or your professional life directly because of the show, or changed just coming out of the show?
Good question. When COVID hit, I had a couple of other working gigs that I was doing to bring in some revenue, but I lost those, of course, like a lot of people did when COVID hit. But it was a blessing. It was a blessing, because like the very next day when I lost the second gig, it was like they were like one day apart. I was presented with another new opportunity for network marketing, and it was in that health and wellness field. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go for it. I didn't even hesitate. I said yes, and I went into it. And I've done the best I've ever done in network marketing since I joined this new company, and I'm gradually doing better right now. Because besides that, another thing that helped me out a lot was during that time, there was that public Facebook group called Rise Up Challenge, and that's with Pete Vargas. So he created that big group for small business network marketers, anyone who wanted to rise up in the 7 buckets in your business and your personal life. So I combined what I got from Ray, and I combined what I got from this challenge, and now I found out what my purpose is in life. It's something that I've been doing all along. Is I want to help special need parents that run low on energy and money. So that's something that makes me jump out of bed every single day. And it took the Rise Up Challenge and it took the coaching from Ray to, kind of bring them both together. And, I just, a couple of days ago, I started this one-on-one coaching group, I want to say, with Pete Vargas. And I created my digital course to help special need parents who run both low on energy and money. And I created a online program to go on, on digital platforms to now do what I'm so passionate about. So I'm like, I've been doing this for years because it's part of my journey. It's my personal journey. So combining the new company, which is a piece of the program, and what I've been doing all along in the personal journey, I'm like super like reborn. So I wake up every day and I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to get out the door and work on both businesses every single day.
That's awesome. So for somebody that's watching this live that maybe doesn't know Ray, maybe doesn't know me, maybe doesn't know you, because we got both our crews on here, right? Why should they watch the show? What should they do? Or what is it about the show that would cause somebody that's not in network marketing or who doesn't know you or who doesn't know me to come on and watch the show?
To be curious about, like, if you've ever had, possibilities that you wanted to try something out, whether it's a home-based business or network marketing or something like that, but you've kind of gone with the masses and you kind of been like, made to think a certain way. Well, this is your opportunity right now to watch a show with a successful, Ray and Jessica, two people who have made it, and other people who are planning to also do that too, because they get to see people who are new to this. They get to see, we're just regular people, just like yourself. But if you want to do more in your life, it doesn't have to do necessarily with network marketing. This show is so much more that, you're gonna learn a lot of things. You're gonna come away with a lot of takeaways, and you might just decide, that person watching it, to take a risk in their life, and who knows what comes out of it. Is give something a chance that you never wanted to before, and see what happens.
So last question, we have this private Facebook group, which Marilyn shared the video into that group. We've been doing that. A lot of people are really nervous about the upcoming release of the show. Some are worried about the way they're going to cut the footage. Some are worried about the way people are going to perceive them. What about you? Are you nervous? Does it bother you? Where are you at with the release of the show here in just about 3 weeks?
I'm honestly not worried about it. I think it's fun. I think it was a great experience. I was just, we're all just being ourselves, but we've also grown so much more from that. And I think it's a good learning experience for other people who may look at you, put you maybe on a higher level just because maybe they see you daily on social media, but they get to see you on a show and you're not at the level that they're used to seeing you at. Hey, that's just a real person like you and me. And it takes guts doing things like that to make you a better overall person. So I look at it like it's a learning experience. Whatever, the more flaws, the more whatever I did not great or great or whatever, I think it shows people that, hey, that's just like me. But hey, if I apply myself, I can go somewhere, in life also. And so I'm not really worried about it. I already have people, as I grow and develop in my life, and I'm starting to grow my audience and stuff like that, the right way with serving others and trying to help solve problems, that you're always going to have people that judge you and stuff. So I don't really, not really worried about that, because those people basically just promote you anyways. So put all eyes on there, glue yourself to the screen, get your popcorn, get your apple, whatever you eat, and enjoy yourselves. And that's all I'm rolling with it.
I'll be your huckleberry. I don't care. Yeah, and that's kind of been my perspective. Is at the end of the day, I came, I did what I wanted to do on the show, and however they cut it, it's me. Whether they caught me in a bad moment or they caught me in a good moment, at the end of the day, I really attempted to be as authentic as I could on the show, and it's just life. It's just real, you know. So, if I end up looking like an ass, I do. I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Cool, man. Well, listen, I'm following you. I'm watching your journey. I love it. I love what energy you bring, and you're always doing cool little videos about how to work out and how to stay healthy. Continue driving, man. Continue putting out that content and fixing people's problems and helping people with their problems. And I think in another year, you won't even recognize yourself. So I'm excited to be a part of your journey, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, it's having a purpose, the desire to do it, and the passion to do it. And yeah, a year later, like you said, we'll see how I look. Maybe I have more hair. Today, I actually shaved my head for you, so we could both be partners in the less hair club.
Yeah, I'm not getting any more hair. You know, so you might get lucky. You're young enough. I think that ship has sailed for me.
You know? Hey, they love who we are on the inside and our gifts that we have. So, you know, it doesn't matter if I wear a Sesame Street or what. They're going to love you anyway because of who you are.
Well, great, man. Thanks for coming on. Just stay on for a couple seconds after I end the live, and we'll see you around.
All right, man. Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for watching.